What are we talking about today?
Hipster hammerfire.
Derivative of the FUD cannon?
I'm never going to get over you referring to hammer-fired guns as...
Cut to the intro. Welcome back to Stovepipe TV. I'm Adam.
I'm Luke.
And today we are talking about the CZ P09 C Nocturne.
Which is essentially the evolution of the P07.
It's got the FUD hammer.
A hammer-fired gun does not automatically qualify as a FUD gun.
Okay. So we just had an ongoing discussion about me calling everything with a hammer a FUD gun.
Even though everyone refers to CZ as a hipster brand.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the competition-ready one that's got gold accents, which is...
goofy.
Yep.
Yeah, so
anyway, what makes this gun different than... Okay, backstory. I know nothing about CZs. I've played around with this thing today. I think I've got well enough to make a video on it and give you my opinion, which my opinion, take it with a grain of salt, it doesn't matter. So Luke is going to probably do most of the talking about this thing. So back to my question, what makes this one different than the regular?
So the P07 was not slide cut. This one is slide cut for an optic, a RMSC pattern. So our buddy has a 407K on top of this. They also added some slide serrations and stuff. Upgraded some of the internals to so much to the point where I'm pretty sure you can't just interchange the slides even if they sold them separately. It's just modernizing a gun that came out in 2009.
Okay.
So the P07, when it was released in 2009, is essentially a polymer framed version of a CZ75 compact, which, interesting fact, was released in 1975.
No.
Anyway, CZs are really cool. CZ makes great guns. I have multiple. This is not mine. This is our buddy's.
Yeah, he's gonna watch this video. Your dot is low and to the left.
Yeah.
We're not gonna adjust it, but when we're missing everything today, that's why.
For all three of us, cameraman.
Hella low left.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, CZs are cool. They have one of their big claim to fame is the internal slide rails, as opposed to like a normal. We'll get a side by side broken down just so you can see the difference. But the rails are on the slide instead of in the frame, which allows the bore axis to be just a little bit lower, which does help. Some people might say it doesn't. It does to me, at the very least. Yeah, we'll do some shooting with it, talk about it, compare it to some of our other guns of similar size, because I have the Beretta APX, which is of a similar size. Do you have the 19?
No, my 19's in the shop because I can't figure out how to put iron sights on.
But we'll do some shooting with it. We'll give you our opinion on it. I'll go ahead and give you an upfront opinion. I really like this thing, though that might just be me being a CZ fanboy.
I'm kind of whatever about it. I don't see a benefit of an external hammer. You know,
heavier trigger when it points at your junk.
Yeah, I guess. So anyway,
I don't really think there's a benefit to it, but I definitely see the appeal.
Let's do a little shooting and go from there. So we're gonna do a little bit of shooting. I get to shoot it first. So one big thing about this gun. So this is your decocker. Boom, decocked. One big thing about this gun. This is your slide release. So if you have like crazy long thumbs, you can get to it. Otherwise, I have to rotate my grip. I have to rotate my grip to hit the slide release. So this isn't my ammo, so I'm going to empty the mag.
That's why I gave you the one with less in it.
Fair enough. All right. So he's got a 6 MOA dot, which is
Good
huge.
for.
Let's do the double action trigger, and we're gonna pull. That takes a lot. So I'm aiming at a steel target about, what is that, about 8-10 yards?
I'd say closer to 12.
Fair enough. Let's go for a little plate. Yeah, this thing's wicked. Low left. Okay. It's pretty snappy, but again, that's a downside of a subcompact.
Well, compact.
Compact. What they're all
Everything's subcompact compared to the DH3.
pretty much. It's not terrible. I don't know. I don't see this being, for me, this isn't any different than a 365 or a 19. I got flack for calling this thing the size of a 19, but it really,
No, it is. But
like
the 19 came first as compared to
the grip is about the same size as the 19 for me. I mean, my pinky barely hangs on to this, the same as the 19. The slide may be a touch shorter than on a 19. I wish I had mine out here, but here you go.
So as Adam was saying, this is
Here, pull the slide back, and then let's see if you can hit the slide release without. Okay.
I still have to break my grip. Like from a actual like shooting grip, I would have to break it. See.
I mean,
But-
even I do.
That being said, you can load, hit with your forehand. But you can also get this with a manual safety instead of a decocker. That's
Actually, I think that can be replaced for a manual
yeah,
safety.
you probably. I'm sure you can. I would go with the decocker. I don't like manual safeties. I mean, this thing has like an 11-pound trigger pull in double action, but it's smooth. Single action's great. Here, if you want to ghost the trigger with me, as a shunned man may say. I mean, it's a good trigger. She is a bit snappy, but you want to compare that to the APX we have sitting on the table over there?
Yeah, well, let's load up one of these mags and one of the Beretta mags and
Okay.
go side by side. We got the CZ. We got 4 rounds loaded up. I'm gonna shoot 2 out of this,
And 2 out of the Beretta.
and then 2 out of the Beretta.
And then I'll do the same.
Okay. This one's loaded. All right, so I'm gonna let you shoot your 2. So they feel identical.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I can't feel the difference between
That's
the
to be
2.
expected.
Now, granted, they are literally the exact same size, like down to the same barrel length and the same grip length.
Which is the size of an.
Are they about the same width?
Pretty close.
Yeah.
I think I like the CZ a little better in the hands,
Mhm.
but you have adjustable back straps. And I don't know if all CZs or most of them do.
The model.
He's got a smaller back strap in there, which fits my hand a lot
This
better.
is the smallest backstrap for the APX. But
Still chunky, little
Yeah.
chunky.
CZ is actually pretty smart for this, in my opinion. Here, we're gonna get this out of the way. I'll hand that to Adam. So they're P10, they're PO set P09 C Nocturne and P09 F Nocturne now, which used to be the P09 and P07. The mags are literally all the exact same, so they're interchangeable. These are my P10 competition ready mags. These are the P09 C. Literally all they did is whenever they decided to come out with a new pistol, they just went into their CAD program and added some extra cuts, so they can make the same pattern mags for all their pistols. They'll fit. They'll obviously extend out because these are 19 rounders. But yeah, they fit. And they run.
So when you buy your P09 C Nocturne, You get two 15-round mags. Metal mags, which,
Which most pistols are, except for, Glonk.
Glazok. What's the MSRP on this?
$549 on CZ's website. I'm sure you'll
get a deal or get it cheaper.
Actual market price is going to be cheaper than that.
Oh, so it's in. So I base pistol prices off of what you can get a 19 for. I'm a Glock fan.
Sure.
That's the first gun I ever bought. Anyway, I think I'd go with a 19 over that. I'm gonna be honest. It's not that the hammer fire doesn't do anything for me. Now I'm sure some people keep it, one in the head and hammer down.
I would feel a lot safer pointing this heavy double action trigger pull at my junk than a standard Glock trigger. Because if it gets caught up in your shirt and you're pushing down into your holster and it's just caught up, you'll feel that tension before you would feel here. Where do you have the APX?
I put it up.
Oh, well.
Empty.
We are clear since I am. But you would feel that tension a lot faster than you would feel this if you're just holstering straight into your crotch. And I don't know about you, but I value my crotch.
He doesn't use it.
That's true, but I still value it. Anyway, there are benefits for hammer action. Not many, but there's also benefits for striker fired. Also not many. It's preference at that point. When comparing this to a Gen 3 Glock, I'd choose this over a Gen 3 Glock.
He doesn't like Glock.
I'm not the biggest fan of Glock. That's true. But I am a huge fan of CZ, and maybe that's...
Now, you're buying a Glock 19 Gen 3, non-optic cut.
Yeah.
Can adjust the back strap. So you do have a lot more features on this than you would a Glock, but I'm buying a Glock over that. I'm a CZ hater.
Now, if I'm being truthful, what I would buy instead is a CZ P10 C because it's about $350.
Oh.
You can get optics ready models of it for about that same price. So you're saving $100 there. It has better ergonomics than a Glock, has a better stock trigger than a Glock.
Okay.
So
okay. Relax.
If we're being honest here. But yeah, the P09 C definitely.
I think it feels really good.
It ergonomically, it's one of the best pistols I've ever held. It points very naturally to me.
It's also weird for me because I've never shot a gun with that low of a bore axis. So when I'm racking the slide, I'm like, where's the rest of the slide at?
Yeah, because those
like it's just
like you can see this real good here because those internal rails. It sits really low in there. So if you line up the rail versus rail, you can see how much more slide there is on this Beretta. So it does point very naturally, though. I don't think even you could argue against that.
It's all right. So our friend that let us borrow this, we know you're gonna watch the video. Don't be mad at me. Yeah. So
it's okay, bro. You talk shit about DDP.
Okay, well that thing sucks until you put a compensator on it.
True. Well, I say we've done enough yapping in this video. Maybe more yapping than shooting, but you guys wanted a review on it, so
if we're gonna end it on that, I recommend it. I think I might end up buying the P09F, the full size one, just as a duty gun. Since I'm doing so much duty work out here, I'm an operator.
He's our range master. He's got to duty the range.
But yeah. I also really like the fourth. I gotta say,
Holosun's come a long way. Even though it's still, I already got it. Huh? I know. I already got the 1 minute auto shut off. She really interrupts you in mid conversation
in the worst times possible.
But what I was saying is, the Holosun. They've come a long way, but the prices are going up on them.
That's to be expected.
So it's almost getting to the point. This is a whole nother spill. Why buy a Holosun for $300 when you get a Treasure Con for $400?
I also think that there's some of those Chinesium optic brands that are reaching the Holosun 5 years ago tier of levels, and people just aren't realizing that, so they're still paying Holosun prices. Modern day Holosun prices.
Yeah. Anyway, that's our spill on the Hollow Sun, but that's not what this video is about. So we're yapping, we're rambling.
It's getting dark out.
It's getting dark. I gotta poop, so it's time to go. Bye bye.